Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. This is Meditation Coach Leo. So today I want to talk about the following. I want to let you in on the feedback loop of thinking and feeling. The thinking and feeling of this reaction, this chain, that the loop that constantly goes around for you to keep on feeling the same feeling and allowing you to think only about what you're feeling. Now, if this is something positive, if it's something hopeful, something very positive and beneficial for your personal development, then by all means, you can continue to have that loop. But what if it's something that is not serving, counterproductive, something that is constantly reminding you of the negative aspects of your identity? Now, that's something that you definitely would not want to be part of your life, right? So I want to share with you, first of all, understand that there is this feedback loop that's constantly bugging you, especially in a negative setting. And I'm going to give you a solution of how you can get out of that and break away from that thinking pattern and feeling pattern. So here's how it goes. When you have a thought, every thought that you have, that you generate, has a chemical, a hormonal chemical that gets released from your body for you to feel exactly the way you're thinking. So for example, let's say you're having a bad thought about, maybe getting into an argument with your friend or your partner, and it was bad enough for you to feel really bad about it. So when you have that thought, you think about your friend, you think about the fight, the argument, then automatically your body will react for it to release the chemical for you to feel that unwanted feeling. And when your body is feeling that, and your body feels like that because each and every cell in your body has what's called a receptor site. So receptor sites are basically a gateway for it to absorb the neurotransmitters or the chemicals, for it to feel a certain way. So you have billions of cells in your body, so that makes your body, the unconscious mind, to feel that emotion. So emotion is basically a cocktail of hormones in a biological, physiological sense. So that's why you create this loop that goes around. You think and you feel, and you think and you feel. That's equivalent. That reflects one another. So, and you can't break it. It becomes a habit because your cells eventually become addicted to those chemicals, which is that bad feeling that you're having. So what you need to do, as I said this in my other video, is that the ultimate objective of our lives in a self-actualization or self-development, personal development aspect should be to increase the level of your consciousness or your awareness. Let me repeat that again. The ultimate goal of our lives from a spiritual point of view is to enhance the level of consciousness. And ultimately, what you will be able to reach, the height of that is what we call the enlightenment. Getting enlightened, right? Enlightened. Now, I'll get back to the enlightenment part later in this video. But so that is the problem. You have this feedback loop between thinking and feeling, and it becomes a habit. So it's very difficult for you to cut it loose. So the solution to this is that you need to build your awareness, your consciousness, to understand that each time you interact in the world and you come across a point where it reminds you of some kind of negative thought, which will lead to negative feeling, and it's going to continuously go around like a cycle. You need to be able to objectively observe that and sever it, sever the chain or link, if you will. But if you are not being aware of that, and because it's a habit, you're running on autopilot, it's very, very extremely difficult for you to realize that you are running the cycle. So the only solution is for you to build the awareness that you are doing that, and you catch yourself doing that at that moment, and you basically cut the connection between the thinking and the feeling, particularly when it's negative and it's not serving you in any way. So how do we build our or improve our consciousness or awareness? How can we become, how can we improve the monitoring system, if you will, within us, in our inner self? Whatever is going on in your mind, whatever you're feeling through your body, how can we better observe that? Well, in order to increase your awareness or consciousness, is to start practicing or start by meditation. So meditation, I don't want it to be a cliche because a lot of people out there don't really know what meditation is or it means. Meditation, and I mentioned this earlier, in Tibetan symbol means to become familiar with. It means to realize something, that you have a better understanding of it. Now, what are we trying to understand? We are trying to understand who we are. We're trying to observe our inner self through our consciousness and observe our thoughts, our feelings, everything that's going around in your inner space. You can objectively just monitor it without any judgments, without any improvements, without any speculation or no correction, nothing. All you do is just observe, as if you're watching a movie, or as if you're watching a bird flying in the mountains or something. I know it sounds easy, but it's not as easy as you think. Because you have what's called the monkey mind in your brain or in your mind that constantly wants to generate new thoughts, whether the thoughts are from the past or is an imaginal thought about the future. So again, the solution is by practicing meditation, introspection, self-observation. Basically, all those three things are the same thing. So, and if you constantly do this, it's going to be hard in the beginning. I mean, with all this advanced technology, gadgets that we have around, particularly our mobile smartphones and internet connections and all that, even if you're by yourself, you can't help yourself but to be surfing in the net or searching for something or reading something or looking at photos. You always have to engage something with your external environment. Why? Because most of the time, we're afraid to introspect. We're afraid to go inward and try to figure out and monitor who we are. And if we catch something that we don't like about ourselves, we want to avoid it. We want to, kind of brush it under the rug and forget about it. But it won't go away. That's the thing. We're afraid to detect some of the negative aspects about our egos or ourselves. So by practicing meditation and making a meditation a habit in your life, you can and you will eventually come to an enlightenment stage. And like I said before, that should be your ultimate goal in terms of personal development. So today, in summary, I talked about what the feedback loop is between your thinking and feeling, and especially when it's something really, really bad, something that doesn't serve you in any way. Now you know why it's really difficult for you to get rid of your negative thinking habits or reactions or what have you. It's because of that running cycle, that feedback loop. And the way to get rid of that is by heightening up your awareness and consciousness. And you apply that force, your consciousness energy, to the cycle and break it apart. If you don't have awareness, you won't realize that it's a habit, right? So again, that is a solution. And the solution of enhancing your awareness, once again, is to begin meditation, self introspection, and observation without making any kind of judgments, without wanting to improve anything. You shouldn't really set any goals when you're meditating. Your goal, if there is one, is to just watch and observe without making any kind of judgment or improvement. So once again, thank you so much for watching this clip. Please hit that like button and subscribe. I'll be very, very thankful for that. So I'll have more fruitful contents to share with you in terms of your personal development. So I will see you next time. Take care now. Bye.